Coaches who only tell their players what to do and how to act in different situations will eventually limit players' creative ability and individual decision making. You as a coach should instead strive towards building exercises that reflect the situations that usually arise in the games. As a coach, you have the opportunity to develop your players' creative abilities to solve challenges and their decision making. So you can use different methods for how to approach the content that you need to transmit to the players. You can start by telling the players what to do, you can demonstrate exercises, or you can guide the players to be creative by supporting and enhancing their learning by observing and asking questions. So let me give you an example of a situation that may arise in a game in build-up play, with some examples of what you as a coach can ask and how your players then may act. So if a striker shoots and the goalkeeper catches the ball, you can then stop and ask your players, how can you position yourself to be able to receive the ball? Or how do you prepare to receive the ball? And you will see that the players will then take different positions themselves. So then the goalkeeper holds the ball, perceives and values her different alternatives. And you can ask her, so what are your alternatives? And what's the benefit of choosing that one? Eventually, the goalkeeper will roll out the ball to one of the players. You should always remember to include the goalkeeper as an important player in attacking play, especially in the build-up phase. The goalkeeper has outstandingly the best view to overlook the field. So she rolls out the ball and let's say a defender receives the ball. Here you can stop and say, look around, everyone prepare to receive the ball. What should you keep in mind when receiving the ball? Or where do you want the ball to go next? Really something the player needs to decide even before they themselves receive the ball. So this will enable the goalkeeper and the other players to take up new positions to be able to get a pass from the defender that now has the ball. So the ball is passed on. You can then ask, what should you keep in mind when you receive the ball? Or after passing the ball? Where's the open space? Where does the next situation take place? So players will take up new positions to be able to receive a pass directly or in the next phase, localizing where there is open space, where they can be free to receive a ball now or later. So by asking questions, you are opening up your players' own perception of the game and allowing them to make decisions themselves. That develops their understanding of the game and their actual football skills. So other example of questions that you can frequently ask are, where are the teammates? Where are the opponents? With what speed and direction should you get into the situation? How should you position yourself? And then talk about feet, body, shoulders, arms, knees, hips, eyes. Your whole body plays football. You can also focus on space. So what space or gap do we want to take? Or what space or gap does the other team want to close? So what are the different options? Where should you move in? Where should you move out? And what do you do before you get the ball? What do you do when you get the ball? So questions that allow the players to assess situations, evaluate alternatives, and make decisions to act on and develop themselves. So to build an exercise out of this situation, you can divide your team into a defending side and an attacking side. A player in the attacking side dribbles the ball forward and shoots a shot that the goalkeeper can save to practice catching the ball. So the defending players then move according to what you and the team have talked about, and the goalkeeper rolls out the ball to one of them. The other players move to be able to get a pass, and so on. So you practice this for some time and then you change positions. So in this exercise, communication between players is practiced in a way that may occur in an actual game. At the same time, players practice various skills as to dribble and shoot, the goalkeeper catching the ball, as well as players practicing reception and pass. So all skills are practiced in a way that may occur in a match, but without an opponent putting hard pressure and really working hard to regain the ball, which gives your players more time and space to develop their skills and their perception of the game. So your task as a coach is to pay attention to and enhance the verbal and non-verbal communication between players, as well as their movement and positioning. Remember to use different positions as a coach, so you moving around, to be able to observe, reflect, praise, or enhance the decisions made by the players. Regardless of whether you as a coach are completely new in your role or experienced, we want to encourage you to spend a lot of time watching and observing how your players perform different football actions in the game. Talk to the players about what they want to develop and let them coach each other. Players often know different things, and by taking advantage of it, you engage the players to take responsibility both for their individual and the team's joint development.